Back at it again, and listen, we've got to talk about Colorado. Hit that like button. All right, like, share, comment, and of course, hit that subscribe button. All right, hit that subscribe button. A lot of you watch daily but aren't subscribed yet. Okay, so hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell button next to it as well, so you're notified whenever these videos do drop. But before we hop into the Colorado news, let's get a word from the Don himself, Uncle Trump. Let's dive in.
This is the final battle. They know it. I know it. You know it. Everybody knows it. This is it. Either they win or we win. And if they win, we no longer have a country. And if you put me back in the White House, their reign is over. Their reign.
We're going to get you back in the White House.
Will be over. Our enemies are lunatics and maniacs. They cannot stand that they do not own me. I don't need them. I don't need anything about them. I don't need their money. They cannot steer me. They cannot shake me, and they will never, ever control me. And every time the polls go up higher and higher, the prosecutors get crazier and crazier. We got to stop these guys. In 2016, I declared, I am your voice. Today I add, I am your warrior. I am your justice. And for those who have been wronged and betrayed, I am your retribution.
I'm not going to get into the rest of that clip because there's a bunch of music playing in the background. But, yes, I agree 100% with Uncle Trump. If we don't win this great experiment that we once called America, we'll be over. It'll be over. I mean, we are this close right now. Now, I do think things are flipping in the right direction. You know, well, let me play this headline for you guys so you guys can get a picture. This just happened. Check it out.
I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle on a breaking news night. Tonight, America is seeing the ultimate in election interference as 4 unelected state judges, all appointed by Democrat governors, have ruled that Donald Trump must be kept off next year's presidential ballot.
Yep, you heard that right. Colorado Supreme Court has voted to keep Trump off of the ballot. Colorado Supreme Court. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but a lower level court I believe it was in Colorado as well, ruled that Trump was guilty of the 14th Amendment or guilty of insurrection, but the 14th Amendment didn't apply to him, so he could stay on the ballot. And of course, that was appealed and it went to the Colorado Supreme Court. And now you have the Colorado ruling that says that he can't be on the ballot, which, you know, it's interesting that all of this is coming from the side that claims, oh, threat to democracy. Threat to democracy. Last time I checked, in a democracy, the people decide. In a democracy, the people get to vote on who they want to lead. Not for never mind. I'm gonna be nice. I was about to say something that was gonna be really, really rude. Not a couple of judges in Colorado. Okay. So I think the whole democracy thing for Democrats is just out of the window. It's out the window. You can't scream democracy, but then you don't let democracy actually happen. You know, first off, we live in a constitutional republic, because I know somebody's going to comment that in the comment section. Bro, it's not a democracy, it's a constitution. Yes, I know. I'm just repeating what Democrats have been repeating for forever now. Threat to democracy, threat to democracy. The only threat to democracy is Democrats. And they've proven it time and time again. And honestly, I'm kind of happy this is happening. But I want to play this clip from Vivek because he had something interesting to say. Check it out.
They have just tried to bar President Trump from the Colorado ballot using an unconstitutional maneuver that is a bastardization of the 14th Amendment to our U.S. Constitution. This was a provision, Section 3, that was designed to bar Confederate members, people who switched to the Confederacy, from actually being able to serve. That's very different than what's at issue here, to say the least. This is a hollowed out husk of what the country was built on. The basic principle that we, the people, select our leadership, not the unelected elite class in the back of palace halls. That's old world Europe, not the United States. That's why I'm making a pledge today that I will withdraw, I pledge to withdraw from the Colorado GOP primary ballot unless and until Trump's name is restored. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Chris Christie and Nikki Haley do the same thing, or else these Republicans are simply complicit in this unconstitutional attack on the way we conduct our constitutional republic. I refuse to be complicit in that. I think what they're doing is wrong, and I think it's up to Republicans to step up and stand up with a spine for our country's future. That's really what's at stake, whether we, the people, actually have a say in deciding who leads this country. Yes, it would be easier for other Republicans like me who are running in this race to say, hey, if Trump is sidelined, there's our opportunity. No doubt other candidates are probably privately celebrating with their corporate sponsors. That's not the right thing to do. I think the most useful thing that every GOP candidate can do right now is to join me in that pledge. I'll say that I will withdraw from that Colorado GOP primary ballot until Trump's name is restored. This belongs to the people, not to the unelected Democratic cabal of judges in Colorado or any other state. And I demand that Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley and Chris Christie do the same thing, or else they're complicit in what this security state is trying to do to shut down Trump. I stand by that, and I expect them to do the right thing.
I don't expect them to do the right thing. But I love what Vivek said there. Every one of them should drop out immediately. Immediately. Now, do I believe they will? No. Definitely not Chris Christie. And I'm going to be nice here because we all know his nickname that I would love to say, but I'm going to be polite today. Goodness gracious. But could I see? Actually, no, I really can't. I will be shocked if Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley drop out. I would be shocked. Absolutely shocked. And extremely shocked if Chris Christie said he's dropping out. Really, really shocked. These guys and gals, I have zero faith in them whatsoever. But, there is some interesting news to come out of this as well. As you guys might have guessed, this will probably go to the Supreme Court, okay, with the great Clarence Thomas. All right, and here's a word from John Bolton and what he thinks will happen with that. Check it out.
I think it's completely misplaced. I think this Colorado Supreme Court decision is badly wrong for multiple reasons. Number one, the 14th Amendment provides that Congress can pass legislation to carry its provisions into effect, which Congress has done on many aspects. It has not put anything with respect to Section 3 on the books since just after the Civil War. Second, the idea that 50 different state courts can decide a question involving the highest elective office in the executive branch, interpreting the federal Constitution as to what constitutes an insurrection against the federal government is incoherent. And I think undoubtedly the Supreme Court's going to have to clear that up. In terms of what the framers of the 14th Amendment meant, I think it's quite clear that the radical Republicans in Congress who wanted to suppress the secessionist advocates and governments of the southern states that succeeded would not provide, on this critical question of the offices that are going to be denied to people who broke their oath to the United States, that you're going to put decision-making authority on that in the hands of the states, including the former secessionist states. That, if that was their intention, they were delusional when they did it. So I'd be willing to bet a small amount of money here that the Supreme Court, if it gets to the merits of this, if it has to, will reverse. There's no other logical way you can apply this, and it would sow chaos in elections as far as the eye could see.
So you heard it there. John Bolton thinks that this will be reversed. But I have someone else as well that said something interesting. This is a attorney, Ty Cobb. And just listen to what he has to say about...
So I think this case will be handled quickly. I think it could be 9-0 in the Supreme Court for Trump.
Yep. 9-0. He thinks that even the Democrat Supreme Court justices will agree that no, this can't happen. And if that happens, because what I think is going to happen is this, or I think Democrats are hoping for this to happen. They're hoping for the 4 Republicans on the Supreme Court justice to say, no, this isn't allowed, and the Democrat justices to say, yes, it is allowed. So then Democrat politicians can run on the court being, what's the word I'm looking for here? A fraud, or, they love Republican. You know how Democrats are going to do. I don't know why I can't think of the word that I want to use. Goodness gracious. The Supreme Court is basically trash, and they need to pack the court or get rid of the court or something like that. I think that's what they're hoping for. Now, if they do have a situation where all 9 agree that this is total BS, then they have a problem. And let me tell y'all something. Like, the more that this stuff and I've changed my opinion on this. I've gone back and forth a little bit here. But as of today, the more that I look at this stuff and, I'm reading through the tea leaves a little bit, I don't think Democrats truly have a plan at this point. Their plan was to indict him and, kind of just drag it out. At least I think their plan was to indict him and then drag out the process through the primaries and through the election season. And they thought that he would just die off. They thought they had put the proverbial stake in the vampire's heart, and he was just going to fade off into the distance. And it didn't happen. He only grew stronger. It only made him angrier. I don't know if you guys have watched the gruesome videos of, the bull fighting, where people in other countries are like fighting with the bulls, and they put the stick in the side of the bull and it makes them angry, and you see the blood and everything. I feel like that's what they kind of did to Trump. They thought that, oh, okay, we got the stake in him. It's over. It's done. It's cooked. He gonna bleed out. It's over with. We've attacked him left, right, up, down, and center. We're even going after his personal properties now. It's over with. And he only grew stronger and angrier. They even attacked him for being angry. Oh, no, Trump is going to go after us. Trump is going to go after these people and, blah, 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 blah. Y'all remember that? Mainstream media. Oh, Trump is going to imprison these folks. Trump is going to do this. Trump is going to do that. It's because they're scared. They know that they've angered him. And now he's like an angry bull that you've poked and you've prodded. And they're just feeble humans in an arena against a raging bull. And they don't have anything to defend themselves with. And I don't know if y'all have seen some of them videos with them bulls running around. That bull get a hold of you. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. If you can't escape out of that arena, right? If you can't jump over that metal wall to get out of the bull's way, if you can't leave this country, right, before Trump takes office, it's a wrap. And they know it. In my humble opinion, at least. They know it. And so you have these different instances. And allegedly, there's 12 other states that are attempting to do the same exact thing. So the Supreme Court decision will be a major decision to come down the pipe. And hey, I agree with Ty Cobb and John Bolton. I think the Supreme Court will reverse this. Now, how they reverse it is going to matter as well, because they could reverse it in such a way that it only makes the Colorado situation null and void. Or they could reverse it in a way that makes the entire case null and void, across all of the states. So that will be interesting as well, how they come down with the judgment and what it all, says within that, because I think that's going to be important as well. Is it just striking down the Colorado case because of some procedural, mistake or something, or does it strike down the entirety of it all across all states? Honestly, I think it'll strike down it all across all states. Personally, that's just my prediction. Now, obviously, we won't know until it happens, but Either way, this just speaks of desperation. This speaks of, I'm afraid. This speaks of, I know we can't win. And and this is why I have the utmost confidence. It's because they're showing us all that they're scared. They're afraid. Because Ron DeSantis, as a matter of fact, let me see if I could find that clip for you guys, because I really want to show you this clip of what Ron DeSantis said. I apologize. I'm a little unorganized. I know y'all should be used to that by now, because it's just me that makes these videos. All right. Actually, here it is.
Seeing the left.
Ron DeSantis said something recently, and I'm like, that makes zero sense. But here's the clip. Y'all let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Check it out.
Look, on all these things, what you're seeing the left do is they will use the power of the state to advance their agenda. And you see that with the Colorado Supreme Court. I mean, look, if somebody's convicted or something of some of these things, there was no trial on any of this. They basically just said, what, you can't be on the ballot? I mean, how does that work? What's the limiting principle for that? Why could we just say that Biden can't be on the ballot because he let in 8 million illegals into the country and violated the Constitution, which he has? Could we just say, oh, well, they have money coming to Hunter, whatever? So I think the U.S. Supreme Court is going to reverse that. But here's the larger thing of what the left and the media and the Democrats are doing. They're doing all this stuff.
Here comes the BS statement. Well, at least it's BS in my opinion, but y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section, please. Check it out.
To basically solidify support in the primary for him, get him into the doing. They're doing all this stuff to basically solidify support in the primary for him, get him into the general, and the whole general election is going to be all this legal stuff. And look, it's unfair. They're abusing power 100%. But the question is that going to work? And I think they have a playbook that unfortunately will work, and it'll give Biden or the Democrat or whoever the ability to skate through this thing. That's their plan. That's what they want. What they don't want.
I'm not going to even play the rest of that. I don't want to subject y'all to even more BS. Yeah. He said their plan is to drum up more support for Trump. Drum up more support, make him more popular so he wins the primary. And their plan is to, have all the courts and everything leading up to the election. They want Trump. No, they don't. No, they don't. If they wanted Trump, they wouldn't be trying to take him off of the ballot, Ron DeSantis. If you want someone, as I want Biden, when people say get rid of Biden, I say no. What are you doing? Let's keep him. When Republicans were talking about impeaching Biden and doing all this other stuff, I'm like, no, Republicans, just wait until right before the election. What are y'all doing? That's what you say when you want someone. When you want to run against that person, that's what you say. You don't say, oh no, we're taking him off the ballot. Y'all don't even have the decision to even pick him. That screams, I'm scared. That screams, I know that I can't beat this guy. That screams, this guy might win in a landslide. So we got to make sure that we do anything and everything possible. Let's throw everything at the wall and hopefully this one's going to stick. That's what that says to me. I want Biden. I don't want them going after Biden right now. Well, behind the scenes go after Biden, but don't publicly go after Biden because I want him on that ticket. I want him on that ticket. Why? Because I know he's going to lose. I don't want anybody else. Forget all this other stuff. Forget all this other stuff about Biden. Keep that behind closed doors, Republicans, or so-called Republicans. Keep it behind closed doors. Release it a month before the election, a month and a half before the election, when it's too late for them to put somebody else in place of Biden. So all they could do is just continue to run Biden and just try to talk down all of this evidence that they found, speak it away or try to hush it away. There's nothing that they can do at that point. But that's not what Democrats are doing to Trump. They're not waiting until right before. They're saying, no, you're not allowed to even pick him. Not even in the primaries. Forget about the actual election itself. You're not allowed to have him in your primary. Just saying. This guy Ron DeSantis, man, he had so much potential, and it's just, listen. For those of you that have been blessed to be on this earth longer than I have you ever seen a campaign run and someone literally sink themselves the way that Ron DeSantis has? Now, granted, I haven't been paying attention to politics for very long, so I want to ask the people that are a bit more seasoned than I am, okay, in terms of years, seeing this all play out before. I couldn't have imagined Ron DeSantis sinking the way that he's sinking. And it's just statement after, like, this ignorant statement. What are you talking about, Ron? What are you talking about? You just, I don't know. Y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.